Well, welcome to the South Pacific. We're about 59 degrees south, 80 west. If we went another 60 miles south, we'd be on the same latitude as some of the islands on the Antarctic Peninsula. After about 4 days of really quite heavy going, tough winds and a gale, we've run into a calm spot. You know, for the first time, I think, definitely the first time in 5 days we've seen the sun. And it makes a hell of a lot of a difference to things. And just to flatten the boat off just for a little bit enables everyone to sort of tidy up their gear, wash the floor, and generally get ready for the next 5 days of gales and stuff. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of footage of all that bad weather to come. But just for the moment, we can just enjoy the Southern Ocean in a calm moment. And hopefully with other boats parked up going to nowhere while we creep along like this. It's quite beautiful, really, but for the most part it's just pretty damn hard work.
Yesterday we were helming in quite different conditions from what you can see now. We had 35 to 40 knots over the deck at times. The full deck team were being washed away. You just couldn't sit here where we are now.
Well, you've probably all heard, or maybe you haven't all heard, about the skeds. And what's happened is that the boats that are to the north of us have picked up this wind a lot sooner than we did. You know, it's disappointing that the boats in front of us have got away. So I think it's important that, you know, you think about what things we discussed with Simon Timpson and so forth, about rationally analysing what has happened to us and drawing the appropriate conclusion from it. We've got to be looking about getting back into third place, haven't we? Over a time scale of about a week or something like that. And it's important to me that you guys see yourselves as successful at what you're doing on the boat so far. Because that's how I see it, you know. I see, you know, a successful group of people sailing this boat very well. On the subject of safety, are there any issues that anybody wants to bring up or share with the group? Yeah, on the subject of notices and shortages, we've got a gas shortage and a water shortage, and that can be quite a worrying thing, really, when you think that we're thousands of miles from anywhere, 2,000 miles away, and running out of water, there's nowhere to get it. So again, we have to use it very carefully and monitor our water maker very carefully, but it also gives us the opportunity to put up another sign, which is a popular thing on board this boat. It's 1800, Wednesday, 23rd December, and just come off watch. Another chilly Southern Ocean watch, divers gloves, every bit of kit on, hoods and gloves all drawn up. We've been going nearly 4 weeks, and Christmas is in 2 days, and it's fair to say that everyone's operating a little bit on empty at the moment, very tired and having to dig very deep to get the resources and energy to do these sail changes and to stay motivated to get the boat going. I mean, we are motivated and we're in second place and the boat is going, but I think all of us are finding out a little bit about ourselves down here and just how hard life can be, actually.
You just come off watch, Ollie?
I have, yes.
How was it?
The wind's slowly building. Just getting a low, we've just been lifted, so we're only 20 degrees off course. After 6 hours, I'm rather hungry.
So on Christmas Day, which is tomorrow morning, we've got to do some sketch or just send a message or read something out or anything. Basically, they're giving us like 2 minutes of open air time to leave something on the website, you know, that people will listen to.
BP Explorer Productions presents The Other Two Shepherds.
Well, it's an absolutely beautiful sunrise. We've got 17 knots of breeze, beam reaching. It's about 5 in the morning in the Southern Ocean. It's Boxing Day and the sun's come up. And really, it's about the first time we've actually seen the sunrise for about 3 weeks, really. Normally the whole of the atmosphere is just enveloped in grey, gloomy, turbulent cloud. But this time we're heading a little bit north to get around the high pressure system. I think we're all really beginning to think that we might just have cracked the worst of the Southern Ocean. We had a nice Christmas yesterday, as best we could with the resources we had, and a Christmas pudding from Naomi's mum and a Christmas cake from my mum, and we had a good time. And that was assisted by the fact that we also had a good run with the boat and pulled miles on people that are pursuing us. And even for the first time, I understand, Christmas Day evening we glimpsed a Sark on the horizon, which is the boat that we'd like to beat, because they're in first place and we're in second at the moment. So it's a really optimistic morning, and you know, for the first time people are supposed to starting to think about New Zealand and finishing. It's been a tough trip, but you have to say, you get the feeling today that the worst of it might be over. Well, the last 5 days we'd sort of been battling first, second and third with Sark and BG, and you know, we had a bit of lucked out a little bit with the wind line a few days out, and we're in third place, about 20 miles behind. Normally that kind of distance is quite hard to make up. But what you need is variable conditions to give you an opportunity for some leverage. Anyway, coming into the south of the North Island, we were a bit behind. We took a curbing loop into the island. BG and Sark got stuck in some weather. Our move paid off, they were caught out, and we slotted straight into second place. And it was absolutely exhilarating, you know. It was dawn, the light came up, and we found that our move had paid off, and there we were.